Good evening, everybody. My name is Crystal, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I took Max for a walk earlier on. Now I'm relaxing in my flat by myself. Like I often say, it doesn't feel like I'm living in the real world. I don't actually meet real people. It feels like everything is staged, and I've got to live like this. So I do. I just get on with it. I'm not letting other people stop me getting the little bit of enjoyment I do get. So good evening. I took Max out for a walk like I usually do, 7ish, either before 7 or after 7, and I went out the back of the flats, and there was this woman in a purple hooded coat riding a bicycle. It had been spitting with rain, so I can understand the hood's over the head. It had been raining because I saw rain on the door. So I don't know why, but I nearly fell over again. I nearly fell over Max again. There was skateboarders going down the path, skateboarders, and it makes Max jump, and then he jumped, and then I nearly fell over Max again, which was great. You get the sense that people are listening, and they shouldn't be, and I'm entitled to speak, right? But every time I try and do a video or I try to speak, there's some disturbance outside. I can hear people now as I'm speaking. I'm entitled to speak. This is my flat, and it should be private, right? So whenever I try to speak, people seem to get agitated for some reason. That's not my problem. It's not my problem, is it? Did I say you can listen to what I'm saying in my own flat? No, I didn't. You shouldn't be listening. End of. I've been listening to YouTube, various videos on YouTube, but I went out. Bicycles this evening, bicycles everywhere, cyclists on the path, skateboarders on the path. I don't shout at people on bicycles. I don't shout at people on skateboards. They can use the path just as much as I can. Every night, every day, it seems like someone is trying to make me cross by being irritating, or irritating things happen that would annoy anybody, not just myself. And you just walk past it because, as I said, you learn to control your emotions, not repress them. Because I come indoors, I've got a boxing machine. I can, box it out my system or do some exercises. I can get the anger and frustration out that way without making myself look a twat outside yelling. You learn to control your emotions. These people, they're not worth it. They're not worth getting upset over. I don't know who they are. I don't know who's telling them to do stupid things, irritating and annoying things. When I lived in Chatham and I used to go into the library, I just wanted to sit down at the computer, look at my emails, write some poetry. But I wasn't allowed to do so in peace and quiet. You'd get someone crunching food next to me on the next seat. You get someone talking on a mobile, being loud, and I couldn't concentrate. Everything that's irritating and annoying to make somebody cross, I just don't know why. So I've got used to it now. You don't know what to expect when you go outside. You don't know what you're going to encounter, but it's usually not very nice. So I have to live in this isolated, solitary world because someone's trapped me in this prison. I want to know who it is. That's all. And my mum rang. So the guy that left me a voicemail didn't ring back, but my mum did. Again. Sick and tired of this nonsense. Why is my mum ringing me all the time? What have I done with the phone? Have I lost it again? Well, I don't think that would matter much. Let's listen to the news this evening, because it looks like I've lost the phone. Alexa, news.
Here's the news. In Sky News Streams.
From the Sky News Centre at 8. 3 sons of a Hamas leader have been killed in an Israeli airstrike in Gaza. Ismail Haniyeh has accused military leaders of revenge and murder, but insisted it won't affect the group's negotiating position. The family of a month-old baby who was murdered by his dad in Leicester say they've been dragged through hell. 29-year-old Michael Davis has been jailed for at least 22 years after his son Ollie was found in his crib in 2017. He has snapped neck and 23 broken ribs. The child's mum's been jailed for 7 years for causing or allowing his death. Here's Detective Inspector Mark Parrish.
He was let down in the most horrendous ways imaginable. Due to the amount of injuries Ollie suffered and medical expertise needed to examine those injuries, it has taken more than 6 years for this investigation to come to court.
Scotland's Justice Secretary says new figures show controversial hate crime law was required. Police recorded 240 offences in the first week after it came into force, but it received more than 27,000 reports. A neighbour has been sentenced to 5 months in jail for abuse and violent behaviour towards cabin crew. Omar Edwards from Bow in London had been told to stop vaping in the toilet of a flight from Jamaica to Gatwick in November 2022. Assaulting a shop worker is going to be made a specific criminal offence in England and Wales. Ministers previously ruled out introducing new legislation, but they are now making amendments to the Criminal Justice Bill. Offenders could be sentenced to 6 months in prison or get an unlimited fine. Jane Jones works in a supermarket and shared her experiences last year.
I've been threatened with physical violence. I've been threatened with people waiting outside my workplace for me when my shift is finished. Of course, any deterrent, anything that we try as a deterrent is good.
And plans for a Game of Thrones spin-off series about Jon Snow have been scrapped. Kit Harington, who played the character, says the project's off the table. That's the latest. I'm Barry Weir.
Get up and at it, as my mother used to say. Get moving. Get your skates on.
So that's the news this evening. It's 5 to 9 in the evening. And this is really what my evenings are like by myself. Right? With just my mother ringing me on the phone. Highly exciting. I think it's worse than Bridget Jones' Diary because at least she gets some male company, doesn't she? But I don't think anyone could cope with my obsessive mother. I don't think they could. My son will not go in her flat. He refuses to. So what did... That's a child outside. It's 5 to 9 and a child is screaming. It's a kid. Max, don't. Child screaming. Pitch black outside, 5 to 9. You hear it? It's loud enough. Every time I do a video, dogs, kids, adults, you name it. It's a good job I don't live next to a zoo. We'd have elephants and fucking God knows what going down the road making noises, wouldn't we? At least I can joke about it. They shouldn't be listening. It's my privacy. So the guy's coming out Monday to remove these smoke alarms. We'll see if there's any difference after they've been removed and replaced. We'll see. have nearly 60,000 likes on TikTok. My YouTube channel is growing. It's jealousy and spitefulness, mainly by women. And I wonder why. So guys, yeah, what did my mum say? Well, my mum said that she was either going to send something out today, and then she went, no, I don't think so. I'll send something out tomorrow. Which doesn't matter because I'm going to get food tomorrow anyway. And on one of her voicemails, because she'd left about 15, she said, well, I think you should come up Friday. So we'll see what happens. We shall see what happens. But I have to sit in my flat dead quiet because I feel like my privacy is being invaded. Some people would say, fuck it, let's have an orgy. And that's a joke. But they would, wouldn't they? Having to keep sitting in your flat with no company, dead quiet, with nothing. Why don't they fuck off and find someone else to annoy and listen to? Why have I got to sit in silence and fucking be like a nun or an old granny all day long with no life? Why? I don't nose in their conversations. I don't want to. It doesn't do anything for me listening to other people speaking or looking at them either, to be fair. I'm not interested. I wouldn't want, if someone said to me, let's go and listen to so-and-so's conversations, I wouldn't be interested in it. I've got a life of my own. And I certainly wouldn't want to stare at somebody and watch what they were wearing or doing. I mean, that just shows what small-minded people these are with no life. I mean, really. So, I'm doing a video, and one day I'll do it live, and then we'll pan the video outside and see who's walking down the road making noises. I will do a live. They shouldn't be looking in my flat at what I'm wearing. I feel abused. There's always somebody making a noise when I'm doing a video. Now they've all got wary because Hyde Housing have sent letters out saying there's dog nuisance. Dog nuisance. Now we've got babies screaming. See you later.